Hey guys, happy Wednesday, my friends. I am so glad to be here with you as always and to be talking today about perseverance, doing hard things, and getting results. A few weeks back, I saw a quote from one of my early mentors, Brooke Castillo, that read, "We come to this planet to evolve ourselves, and the universe gives us our challenges. We think this should be easy. Why?" That's what we're going to get into today. This video is for you if you struggle to get in the game of creating what you want, or you struggle to stay in the game of creating what you want because of all the hardness. When a client enters coaching, it is because they are ready for their next level results. So once we clean up all the bullshit, limiting beliefs, and lies from the devil that are keeping them small, they then enter the dreaming phase. It's where they finally have the capacity to create a clear vision for what they really want and who they truly want to become. It's when we visualize our future self 50 pounds lighter, or millions of dollars richer, or the badass business owner. Now, this stage of the game, the dreaming phase, is necessary in the creation process. But as we then move into Act 3, aka bringing those dreams and goals to life and making big moves externally out in the world, for some reason, a lot of us think it's going to be this same dream-like euphoria. Rainbows and unicorns passing out gingerbread cookies. And so this belief that it's just going to be a piece of cake or that it should be easy when met with the reality of the situation can feel shattering to a lot of people. That's where we find a group of people just looking at the messy middle from the outside and being like, yeah, I'm not going back in there. It's scary. It's really hard. And by the way, there were no unicorns. And then there's another group of people in the messy middle, but barely keeping their head above water. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Act 3, the hero's saga, bringing your dreams and goals to fruition. While a lot of us just want to cut to our happily ever after ending, even fairy tales, you guys, do not depict this kind of instant gratification story. First off, how boring would that story be, right? It's like claiming, I want the treasure. Oh, you do? Here it is. There you go. Have it all. Thanks for stopping by. So I guess you could say the literary world and motion picture industry actually do a really great job in portraying the actuality of real growth and achievement. In other words, a dark forest, villains, little to no resources, a lack of support from other characters, an avalanche right before the last big leap. It's this natural conflict that the protagonist must face head on and overcome on his or her own journey. And they continue to do so until they reach the pot of gold. They do not give up. They may think about giving up. They may stop occasionally and be filled with doubt and fear, but then they muster up the courage and strength to keep on moving forward. This natural conflict we see in movies and storybooks, you guys, is the same deal in the human world. If you enter your own personal growth journey thinking it shouldn't be hard or I can't do hard things, you'll easily waver in times of strife. For example, when you're looking at that forest ahead of you and it's just you and a dream and a million unknowns. Or when somebody in your life tells you, you're crazy, this will never work. Or when you're staring at a negative balance in your bank account. If you believe it's supposed to be smooth sailing all of the time, what happens is when obstacles do arise, you'll panic. You'll freak out and make it mean that you'll never get to where you're going, or that you're completely screwed and that your professor from 12 years ago was right about you and you never amount to anything. You'll think that something has gone terribly wrong and you might as well throw in the towel. When in reality, nothing has gone wrong. It's just all a natural part of growth and transforming into the person you want to be and creating the results you want. Welcome to Evolvement. When obstacles arise, it just means you pause, you step back, and you assess the situation or the circumstances. What didn't work here? What did I learn? What else can I try? How can I overcome this? What thoughts do I need to clean up so that I can get back into the game? What can I do better next time? What are my options here? I know there's a solution and I am open to whatever that may be. And listen, guys, although I do believe you can learn to be stoic AF through it all, even the lowest of the lows, I am all for a good meltdown every once in a while. Cry it out. Multiple breakdowns in my car right here. For some reason, it's always my car. I don't know why that is. Countless moments of complete doubt. Leaps of faith that made me think that I was about to die. Feel all the feels is what I'm saying. Release it all. It's your dream. You can cry if you want to. But then get your ass back in the game. Because remember that it's all a part of the hero's saga. And so when we can really understand the normalcy of failure and trial and error, we can then ebb and flow more naturally with the natural conflict. We don't have to be shocked by it. We don't have to make it mean that we're doomed. And we definitely don't have to give up. Like imagine if a sports team, basketball team, was down by 30 points in the fourth quarter and they were like, yeah, what's the point? This ain't looking too good, and just walked right off the court. No, they keep on playing. They keep believing that they got this even when the odds seem stacked against them. When we learn to embrace the conflict, it becomes less about the obstacles and becomes more about our ability to pick ourselves back up. So whenever I hear people say, it's not working, I say, okay, keep on believing, keep working out the kinks, keep going, keep showing up. Like imagine going to the gym, you guys, and wanting to lose 50 pounds. You go in, you lift a few weights, and then you say, it's not working. I guess I'm not meant to lose weight. I guess that teacher was right about me. I guess my goal of losing weight will never happen. It's all bananas. Keep lifting, keep believing, keep showing up until you are the 50 pounds lighter. You want to visit the version of you that's already achieved the end result. That clear vision that you painted in the dreaming phase. The part of you that when you connect to it, it feels so good and so true and like there is no separation between you and it. You can't even explain it. You're like, I know I'm meant for this. I was born to be this person with this result. I see it in my mind's eye. I feel it with all of my being. Let the truth in that vision drive you forward. Listen, my friends, our brains just want the end result. Cut to the skinny body, the pile of money, the grand job. Our brains have zero interest in the journey of getting there. It's like, yeah, let's nod and say we did. Let's just eat the bag of Cheetos instead of working out. Let's watch Netflix instead of working on that book today. It will pull out all of its weapons to get you to choose a short-term gain over the long-term gain every single time. It is the reason if you ask people, would you rather win $1 million or create $1 million? A lot of people, most people will say win. I'd rather just win $1 million. Boom. Why? Because the process of creation, the journey seems way too long and exhausting. We're like, why the hell would I go through the trouble of creating $1 million when it could just be handed to me? I'll tell you why. Because it is who you become on the way to creating the $1 million that all of your power lies. Guys, if you win $1 million, guess what, folks? You're still exactly who you've always been. You haven't changed at all. If you create $1 million, it means you have changed. It means you then have the capacity to create another $1 million and another $1 million and another $1 million. It is the muscles you build and strengthen on the journey that really change you and change your life. It is the long game that creates long-lasting results. Make sense? You must be willing to deny instant rewards in the pursuit of something bigger and long lasting. And that's hard. That's doing the hard thing. So, if the journey seems unappealing to you, it's only because you haven't trained your brain for the long game. It's because you're hanging on to fragile thoughts about yourself and about what you're capable of. You must believe that you are a badass and that can handle anything and everything that comes their way en route to their goals, because their goals are so important. Their goals are that important. You've got to build the strength and the perseverance in your mind about who you are and your ability to do hard things. It's a nice idea, but how do I do that, Shayna? You lean in and you push through your brain's army of fear, doubt, distractions, and you do the first hard thing. You say no to the bag of chips and you go to the gym. You say no to Netflix and write a page of that book. You say no to scrolling on Facebook and go make an offer to help somebody. Because each and every time you do the hard thing, you build more and more evidence as to why you are a badass. Action builds belief. Action builds belief. Action builds belief. You build enough belief to take that first step, and then that step then builds on your belief. Then you take another step, and that next step builds more belief, and so on. That is how you build trust and perseverance within yourself. That is how you prove to yourself that you can do hard things because you've done them before. Listen, I attribute my own success to my willingness to do hard things, my willingness to keep going when I fail, my willingness to keep believing even when my reality tells me otherwise, my willingness to remain a massive problem solver. Why? Because simply put, you guys, my dreams are way too important to me. Your success rate will be equivalent to how much you want it and how much discomfort and growth you're willing to face head on in the process of achieving it. We all have fears and doubts, you guys. That's the truth. All humans have a human brain, which means we all have fears and doubts. Our fears and doubts look and sound the same. And they definitely feel the same, right? I was on the phone the other day with a client of mine, one of my yearly clients, and I had stated my own fears and doubts. And she was like, no, like so surprised as if I were an alien and I don't have the same fears and doubts as everybody else. But I do. Like I'm saying here, I've just built up my strength over time through managing my own thoughts and taking external action. Managing my own thoughts and taking action, managing thoughts and taking action, and doing that until I get the results I want. And then I decide on the next version of me. Manage my own thoughts, take action, manage my own thoughts, take action until I get that result. That gradual process is how it's done. And then one day you look back and you're like, damn, I don't even know who that person was. What separates the people who take action and continue to take action from those that don't are the people who are anchored in the knowing that the regret is way more painful than the failure. Again, it's like a sports team sitting an entire game out because there's a chance of losing. That ain't right. They'd much rather play and risk losing than not play at all. So get in the game, you guys. Get in the action. You can do hard things. I promise you. It's one thought at a time, one action at a time. Build that belief. Playing the game isn't always easy. I know that. But it is the people in the game, getting dirty, falling, shooting, missing shots, scoring, that are winning. It's not the people on the sidelines, the spectators on their lawn chairs, waiting, wanting that trophy without ever playing. All right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, remember to give this video a thumbs up right below and leave a comment with your thoughts. What came up for you? I always make it a point to respond to each and every one of your comments, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.